Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to TEA minus 10 minutes with Shay. That's me, your favorite fractional chief operating officer. What I do as a chief operating officer is I work with seven figure, multiple six figure, and six figure businesses from day to day and week to week on their operations, on their business management, team management, crisis management, change management, all of those good things, right? So I am a COO to different CEOs, hence the fractional, right? Now, that's what I do. However, I can't work with everybody in that capacity. So what I do is I create other ways to get you information, okay? Other ways to get you information that is transformational to your business growth, okay? So I have this mission, y'all. And this mission is for me to help more entrepreneurs and small business owners just like you to stop spinning your wheels, make sense of your business so that it makes money and creates time freedom. Okay? Make money and create time freedom. My time freedom looks like living and working my business from anywhere in the world. I started this journey in Belize. I lived in Mexico for 3 years, and I am currently in the tango and beef capital of the world, and now the World Cup capital of the world, Buenos Aires, Argentina. Okay, so that's what my freedom looks like. So I like to call this little segment a little business banter on the balcony in Buenos Aires. I love alliteration. Don't get me started. So, what are we talking about this week that could be transformational to your business growth? Well, we are talking about creating your signature thing. Okay, creating your signature thing. So, what is a signature thing? Well, I'm glad you asked. It's a simple strategy, okay, where you create a process for the transformation that you give people, okay? So what is it that you sell? Whatever you sell, there should be a transformation behind it, right? Because people are actually buying the transformation. They're not buying the thing, right? If they had their choice, they're not going to just pick the thing. They're picking a transformation. So what we're doing is we're creating the process as a signature thing. All right. And yesterday, what we talked about is that you need clarity around it, right? You need one person that you're trying to help, one type of person. Okay. Not all entrepreneurs, one type of person. Okay. So not all of anything, one type of person. And then we said you need to solve one problem. Okay. And your problem is going to be solved with one solution that has one result, many benefits, but that solution has steps to it. Okay, that solution has steps to it. So today we're going to talk about the second tip in creating your signature thing, which is what are the steps to the transformation? Okay, what are the steps to the transformation? Right? So whatever you're helping people to get, helping people to do, there's a way, there's a formula, right, to doing it. What are those steps to that formula? I want you to think about it, okay? Because after you get clear on who you're helping, what problem you're solving, right, and how you're going to solve it, we get into the details of exactly how you're going to solve it. What are the steps, 1, 2, 3, that get them to the transformation? All right. Now, what I want you to know is without that clarity, it's even harder to come up with your steps. Why? Because when you're trying to help everybody, there are people at different starting points, right? There are people who need different resources. There are people that need extra steps in between. But if you pick one type of person that you're trying to help, that brings clarity to what are the steps, okay? And then those steps are repeatable, and that's what we want, okay? So when you're thinking about your steps, I want you to think about what are the basic steps to get them to the transformation. Now, I have an example. Okay? Yesterday, I gave you the example that I am a fractional chief operating officer. The one type of person that I'm trying to help is a small business CEO of a service-based business, right? And what is the problem that I solve? It is that their operations are not smooth running, right? And so the solution is a formula to get their operations smoothly running and free up the company to make more revenue. Okay, so that was my clarity. Now, my example of the steps, though, okay, the example of the steps was, to get the free flowing operations that result in higher revenue. Step one is create the resources that they need. Okay, create the resources that they need. Step 2, manage those resources so that it does what we need it to do. Okay. Step 3, monitor those resources as a check and balance to make sure that they are indeed doing what we want it to do. Okay, so that's step 3. And step 4, when we find out what's working, we optimize it. Okay, so I have 4 steps to my formula of how I create free flowing operations that result in higher revenue. Okay, I have 4 steps. What are your steps? Okay, now that you have clarity, you know the one type of person you're trying to help, the one problem that you're solving, and the one way that you're going to do it with a solution. Now we need the steps of that solution. What are the simple steps of your solution? It could be 2 steps, 3 steps, 4 steps, 5 steps. Some people have 10 steps, 15 steps. Whatever your steps are, we want the basic version of it. Okay, so don't include sub steps. Okay, I only want your basic version of your steps. So that is your second tip on, because tomorrow what we're going to do is we're going to make these basic steps sexy, okay? So that you have something to put out there that people will remember. So join me again tomorrow for part 3. But today we're just talking about you need the simple steps to the clarity that we figured out yesterday. So go and see yesterday's replay about clarity. Today, I want you to figure out what are your simple steps to the transformation, because tomorrow we're going to make those steps sexy, okay? So join me again in the morning, 8 a.m. Eastern time, where we continue to talk about creating your signature thing, okay? If you want to follow along on the blog post, that link is in the caption. So feel free to see the blog post that has all of the tips that we're going to go over this week. But tomorrow, making it sexy. So join me at 8 a.m. Eastern time, where we continue my tips on creating a signature theme. Okay, I want you guys to have a great day and meet me right back here on tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock Eastern time.